There's a lot of interesting adverts, leaflets and propaganda at the moment from the UK government and the US government on what to do in the case of a terrorist incursion, gunshots in the office, I think the Americans call them an active shooter, or people being taken hostage, or a bomb threat in a public place. And much of it is about how you can keep yourself safe. And the MO, the thing they're teaching the public is a simple thing to remember, which is run, hide, tell. In America, it's run, hide, fight, and the tell part is part of the run and hide bit. But ostensibly, it's get yourself away from the immediate danger. If you can't get out of the building and get yourself safe, then get yourself somewhere where you've got a good chance of hiding, and then let the emergency services know, and then go silent. Now, this causes the first difficulty really, which is they're saying hide and then tell. Of course, acknowledging the fact that it's extremely difficult to play hide and seek while talking. So there's the first issue. The second issue is that the moment you've dialed 999, you and hopefully everybody else, then the advice is your phone becomes a liability. You're sitting there hiding, cowering down behind the photocopier in a darkened room, and suddenly you get a text from that annoying relative, or you get somebody calls you and so your phone's ringing, or message alerts, or the lights are flashing on it in a darkened room, and suddenly your phone could be the very thing that gives you away. So then they advise you, turn the phone on silent or turn the phone off. The issue is, turn the phone on silent, most people know how to do that pretty quickly. Turning the backlights off, do you know how to do that? That's a complicated task. You're running away from an assailant, trying to, bury yourself, in the stationery cupboard, and then you've got to get into your phone, which is going to appear very bright if you've turned the lights off, and start pressing buttons and work your way through menus. And it's a bit unrealistic in a panic situation. So then one might think, well, make the call and then turn the phone off. Turn the phone completely silent. But at that point, hiding away in your stationery cupboard, your phone's now off. So it's now just become, an overpriced paperweight in your pocket. And you've lost an awful lot of resource, an awful lot of capability, powerful capability, and you're blind. So now you're hiding, you can hear screams, you can hear gunshots. You're hoping the police took the call. Nobody really knows where you are. You might have been able to tell them where you are, you might not. But you're in a position of totally blind, totally deaf, scared, and you've got no information whatsoever. So, now imagine a different set of options. Imagine a function on a phone called, work in progress title, Panic Room. Panic Room is something you open, whether you use your unlock code or not. It is something you set up from the beginning. If you've got kids, you set it up. If you haven't, you're pretty sure you're not going to open this by accident. You turn that function off so you can get into this really quickly. And you get into, you open Panic Room. And with the one single touch of a button, your phone will do absolutely everything you need it to do. Now, what can it do? Well, firstly, there's a little known service with the emergency services. If you dial 999 and you're unable to speak, the operator will put you through to a system called Silent Solutions. If nothing recognisable is heard, the call is ended. Now, the operator may call you back. First problem. You've dialed the emergency services, you've suddenly heard footsteps, you've hung up the call. 30 seconds later, the police phone to check everything's all right. Your phone's just giving your position away. To the gunman, I mean. So horrible situation. Or you can't speak. So you might think, I tried Morse code. Now, there was a case only a few months ago where somebody tried exactly that. The operator just hung up, didn't understand what was going on. There is a little known system which is 55. If you dial 999, gets put through to Silent Solutions and hit 55 on your phone, that tells the Silent Solutions system the caller has an emergency, requires emergency assistance, but is unable to speak. Most people don't know about that. Second system, not very well known about. You have to pre-register, but there is a system where you can text the emergency services. Now, if you haven't pre-registered, it doesn't work. But if you have pre-registered and notified yourself as a reliable, responsible, whatever citizen, then you send a text to 999, they'll receive it and they will respond. So, as soon as you hit Activate Now on your phone, the phone, which you don't want to give your position away, or you want to not give your position away with, the phone goes completely dead, looks inert. There's no ringer, there's no lights, there's no sound on the speaker. However, in the background, what the phone does, if you preset it up, which you have to if you have this particular system installed, will immediately dial 999 and hit 55. What it will also do is send a text to the emergency services. Now, if when you've activated Panic Room, you've got a few seconds to tick a couple of boxes, you've even got a text bit, you can add some text like where there's 12 of us hiding in the photocopier room, underneath the photocopier with the lights off. You hit Activate Now, it will send all that information to the emergency services. So it will say, Clark Kent has activated Panic Room. His last known position was Starbucks half an hour ago next to his offices. Now he's actually, GPS indicates his position is in his offices. He's indicated gunshots heard, terrorist scene with a bomb, hostages, seems like hostages are taken, and that he's hiding in the basement with 12 other people. That text goes to the emergency services. But when you set this system up, you can actually nominate 3 or 4 people in your contacts list, people you really trust, people you think are clever. You can nominate those, and so a similar text, not exactly the same, but a similar text goes to those, but it's not just a text. It will go through any available medium that they are in your contacts list with. So they'll get a WhatsApp, they'll get a messenger, they'll get a number of messages from you basically saying, hey, I'm in trouble, phone the emergency services, this is what I've told people, this is where I've told them I am. So suddenly, in this split second of crisis, within 2 seconds, you can get information out there to people you trust. But that's not all that happens. Your phone appears completely dark, completely dead. In fact, it's so dead that even if you hit the power button, it won't even turn back on. It doesn't just look like it's off, it looks like the battery's died. It looks completely dead. However, what your phone is actually doing is, the moment you hit Activate Now, it also turns on the Bluetooth. It also turns on all GPS location systems available, including maps. So it's now working really hard to pinpoint your exact position. It's also turning on the compass function and any other location function, because the compass has an azimuth function in it, which can tell the system if you suddenly go from standing upright to lying down. Whether there's a relevance to that, I don't know. But these are all powerful things that can really pinpoint a position, your position. And it starts transmitting those to the emergency services. Whilst your phone looks completely dead, the microphone turns on, the camera turns on. In fact, when you first open the system, the phone starts recording through the microphone. So even before you've hit Activate Now, whatever the phone can hear in the background, so be it gunshots, be it people screaming, or be it you panically saying, oh my God, there's someone in the office, we're running into the basement, even before you've had time to hit Activate Now, it's recording. So when you hit it, not only does it send this text, but it sends a sound package. It sends information. Then when it's gone completely dark, all the location services are on, the camera's on, the microphone's on. So if you find yourself squirreled away somewhere in the stationery cupboard and you can speak, you can just talk quietly into your phone. Somebody somewhere's listening. But you'll be safe in the knowledge your phone's not going to ring, your phone's not going to alert, your phone's not going to make any noises, give your position away. But help is on its way, and they know where you are, and arguably they can see what you can see and hear what you can hear. And that's a powerful knowing when you're in a position of great fear. Now, if you end up taken hostage and they gather the phones in, your phone's going to look off. If they try and turn your phone on, it's not going to come on. So your phone looks completely dead and inert. What they don't know is your phone's working overdrive. However, if you're hiding away in the stationery cupboard, 20 minutes goes by, you've not heard anything, you don't know where to come out, you don't know what to do, you don't know whether your best friends who work in HR are safe or not, you don't know. Well, if you press and hold the power and the menu button at the same time for, say, 10 seconds, your phone mysteriously will come back on. It's never not been on, but it will come back on, and the first thing it'll open to is the keypad, emergency call button, so you can phone the emergency services. Or you can swipe, enter your unlock code, or however you unlock your phone, and you can access all services. Your phone will still not ring, it will still not alert, but you can, it'll be passive, but there's things you can do. So you could go onto a breaking news site, you could go onto Facebook, you might find, gosh, actually my girlfriend or my partner or whatever is marked as safe. She's out of the building. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not panicking anymore. Or you might find, yeah, there is an incident, police are on scene. You might be able to watch the situation unfold. If at any time when you've got your phone on, you hit the power button, your phone will go into deathly silence. It'll all still be running, but it will appear completely silent again, off. Now, obviously, when you've got into the phone, it needs to state at the bottom, PR is still running, and have a disable now button, because you may need to turn this off. And if you do, it'll tell you, you need to let the emergency services now know that you did this by accident, or whatever. The amazing marketing coup that registering for Panic Room does is, if you nominate 3 or 4 contacts in your contact list to be notified that you've installed Panic Room, and that if any point in the future they receive a text like this from you, they are to action it. Of course, that's viral marketing. You've just told 5 people you think are super intelligent and bright. Well, they might download it. If they download it, they're going to tell 3 to 5 people. And suddenly the knowledge and awareness of Panic Room is self-fulfilling. It propagates naturally by its own function.
Any of you fucking pricks move! And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!